speak to you today about infectious Christianity. When I think about infectious Christianity, I think about catching Christ like how you catch a cold. How many people in here have ever caught a cold? I have, and it doesn't feel good. There are many ways to catch a cold, but I'm just going to name the basics. You can catch it through physical contact, which is when someone sick kisses you on the cheek or lips. Second, you can catch it through scatter, which is being sneezed or coughed on. I remember one time I turned around in class and this girl sneezed right on my face. And to top it all off, I was sick for 2 whole weeks because of her. The third way you can catch it is through proximity, which is when you're too close to be infected. And the last way is on your own accord, which is when you don't take care of yourself and you run your body down. But being sick isn't all that bad. You get pampered, the rest you need, and you don't take the blessing of health for granted. Now I want to ask, how many Christians in here have truly caught Christ? I have, but it took a lot of prayer, reflection, and truly changing my heart before I caught the full effect of Christ. Now here are some ways you can catch Christ. Through physical contact, which is when you're able to touch other people's lives by feeding the hungry and clothing the poor. Through scatter, which is when you speak the Lord's words to others, no season anyone else required. Through proximity, which is when people are affected by your joyful attitude and presence. And lastly, by yourself, which is when you study the Lord's word and meditate. This summer, I kept walking pneumonia, but I had to force my grandmother to take me to the hospital. She thought I was faking. But even before I went to the hospital, I knew I was sick because I know me. Now here are some questions to see if you're infected. Do you choose to search Google for the answer? Do you choose to pray to God for the answer instead of searching Google? Do you prefer spiritual hymns over worldly ones? Do you do good deeds for others before partaking in your own personal activities? All these answers will show how infected you are. Now before I go, I wanted to share this final scripture and thought. Romans 8:13 says, "For if you live according to the flesh, you will die. But if by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will live." Now while preparing for this, I realized something. That when you're sick, you want to go back to your old self and feel better. But when you're infected with Christianity, the last thing you want to do is go back to your old self. You'll feel better from your head to your toe when you're infected with Christ. I thank you for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.